Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier here, back with the finals for the OU tournament. I'm using that crazy team that I've gone over already, so go watch the first part of this tournament if you want to see what my team's all about. Looking at my opponent's team, I can smell you. As some kind of stall-ish looking team, it's definitely more, I don't know, it has some offensive presence to it, but it's definitely more of a stall team. Obviously you have Alomomola Mungus, and you have Heatran plus Gliscor, which is a decent overall defensive core. Alongside that, you have a Mega Gardevoir and a Latios. Now, looking at potential leads, he definitely doesn't want something to get trapped turn 1 by Goth, so I highly doubt he's going to be leading with a Mungus, a Alomomola, Heatran, or Gliscor. And there's no reason for him to lead Latios because I do have a Mawile, so I am going to predict him to lead with the Mega Gardevoir. And therefore, I'm going to lead with my Landorus, which has the Sludge Wave. And first turn he's going to bank on me not having it, or thinking he can outspeed and kill, or I'm not quite sure, but it just dies. So, that's fine. He brings in Gliscor. I'm not really scared. I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind to kind of test the waters early on, and this happened. So he went out to a Alomomola. I figure it's more or less a free Earth Power. If he wants to go to Latios, that's fine. I can live a hit him off with a huge 84% Sludge Wave. So this does just give me a free switch into Mawile, and Heatran is so obvious. I had to do it. I had to do it. Mega, boom, dead. No Stealth Rock for you. The no Stealth Rock for you part's actually going to come in huge later on. You'll see that when it happens. He's going to bring in Gliscor. Earthquake's pretty obvious. Lando is in general just a nice safe switch out into this thing. And at this point, I'm just going to Psychic. I don't really want him getting a sub up. The fact that he hasn't gone for one yet, and the fact that he has Toxic Roost Earthquake, I don't know. I don't know if he does have sub. What do they have? Toxic Roost? Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I want to try to preserve the 6-0. That was what was going through my mind the entire battle up until like the 3/4 point. So I'm going to get the free switch out into Greninja on one of the routes, instead of stacking my Landers for the free safe switch. And at this point, I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. The only thing on his team that wants to take it is Alomomola, at which point I can just U-turn out on that thing. And the fact that he stayed in allows me to just go right out into Gothitelle and trap it. So now, after this thing dies, which it will eventually die to a bunch of Energy Balls, I went for Energy Ball over T-Bolt so that Gliscor couldn't come immediately back in. It still will come immediately back in, but at least it's not going to sit in here for free. But what this allows me to do, now that Alomomola is dead, is Ice Beam. Just his entire team. His entire team is so weak to ice at this point, now that Alomomola is dead. It's basically going to do massive damage every time something comes in. I'm going to go for an Energy Ball just to test the water, see if he's specially or physically defensive, whatever. Turns out to be more of a special defensive build because I am Specs. It only does 32. I'm going to get the free switch out into Thundy. And I am just going to go straight for the HP Ice. It does not very much at all to the Amoonguss, even though I'm a Life Orb Thunderous. So, Amoonguss is in. I know Sludge Bomb / Giga Drain / Spore. Spore might be incoming, so I'm going to go to Mawile. It is my sleep fodder. Looking at the rest of his team, it's not going to be that useful. But what ends up happening is I get a free sub out of the deal, so I get a free Play Rough on the Gliscor. And then, like a fucking real man, I go for the Focus Punch on the Roost. And if I was incredibly real, we thought about this play for like, I don't know, a solid 2 minutes. It was a 50-50 more or less, but I did sucker, unfortunately. Double Focus Punching would have been the realest of real plays. Regardless, I get the free switch back into Thundy, and this time I'm going to knock off, revealing the AV Amoonguss, which at this point means without AV, I am going to be able to kill with Ice next time, and on top of that, I know he doesn't have Spore, which means Goth is a very free switch-in. At this point, I end up catching his Gliscor on the switch. I'm just going to give it a Specs. He's going to predict this and go for Earthquake. But I am just going to give it a Specs to try to lock it in. It's not going to be able to Roost anymore. It's not going to be able to Toxic. And it basically leaves my Thunder as an absolute free switch in. And at this point, HP Ice should to a KO-ish. Unfortunately, it's going to come up just short. And he's going to Sludge Bomb and get the Poison. And here's where the whole idea of the 6-0 just kind of goes out the window. I need this Amoonguss dead. There's no real safe switch-ins because he's a AV. He most likely has HP Fire, so I can't switch in Mawile. And I'm gonna let the 6-0 dream die. Here, this whole series of plays is just pleh, whatever. I have the game at this point. He doesn't know that, but I have the game because I have obviously Greninja for Gliscor, and even if he is Scarf Latios, which he turns out to be, I have a Sash Terrakion still. Sash lead Terrakion. Does not have its Stealth Rock sash broken. Does not have its sash broken because no Stealth Rock were on the field. That's why that is big. So I'm just going to continue Sucker Punching. On that turn, I decide not to for whatever reason. I think I went for a player off predicting Latios, and he ends up going for Earthquake. It's fine, though, because it gave me the free switch out to Greninja. And at this point, I can just go out to the Terrakion. He had this game won if I didn't have Sash or if Stealth Rock were on the field, because Latios would have cleaned up. But it's not the case, and I'm actually going to win this OU tournament with this team. I guess, I don't know if I should leave it down below in a Pastebin. I mean, I did steal it from a random guy who faced me on the ladder, but yeah, I'll leave it down below. Go infest the ladder with Specs, Gothitelle, and Sub Punch Mawile. Be my guest. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, though. Definitely led to some good OU games. Like I said, normally I never ladder an OU, especially. So the only way you're going to see good OU games from me is when I join tournaments like this. And I'm definitely glad I did join this tournament. It turned out to be a lot of fun. Turned out to get me a lot of good games and a lot of enjoyment for you guys. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, a rating would be much appreciated. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Have a good day. See you later. Peace out, guys.